Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's been a day since my last video and look at my eyes. It's a miracle. Honestly, I am just so over the moon. They haven't watered, they don't feel itchy, they don't feel sore. And I don't know if I'm going mad, but even my sister said this. My eyes don't look as hooded. I can actually see a bit more lid. I know they're hooded. They're always going to be hooded. I was born with hooded lids, but I can definitely see more lid than I could before. So yes, they still water a bit, and because I just said that, my eye has started to water, but most of the time they don't. It's really, really fantastic. Okay, I am in the mood today. Ever since I did the top 10 Tilbury, I thought I need to use my Dolce Vita palette. I need it in my life. So I'll stop shouting. But this is what I'm going to use today because I definitely want to wear it. I haven't had a very good week pain-wise, to be honest. But the Dolce Vita will always make me feel better. What is it? The Sweet Life. I did put my foundation on. I put concealer on. And I have put some eye primer on my eyes. Couldn't find my Too Faced one, so I found a Benefit one that I put on called Air Patrol. So I'm just going all over my eyes with the prime shade, very lightly. Absolutely adore this palette. I've also done my brows, by the way, and curled my eyelashes. So the weather in the UK, by the way, has been so up, down, and that's when my pain starts to play up. Not brilliant angle here, is it? Let's move that up a little bit. Don't want you to see my 300 chins. Right, now I'm going to go in with this gorgeous enhanced shade, okay? And I am going to put this on the outside corner. Oh, it's just gorgeous, this shade. And along the lid. Now, some people say you shouldn't pull your eye over like that because you're stretching it. But the reason I do, and is the reason that other people say you should, which is it stops you dragging the skin on your eyes. Okay. So I'm just going to go and gradually build this up a little bit more. Just dab that on my hand. So I'm just doing plenty of blending. Okay, and now the other eye. Okay, and now I'm going to go along with the smudge brush and put the enhanced shade along the lash line. other side. I do like this smudge brush, which is the Charlotte Tilbury one. The only thing is that sometimes I find it just doesn't get as close into the lash line as I'd like. It smudges it really well, but the way that it's shaped doesn't help you to get close enough sometimes. Okay, and I'm going to put some under my eyes, tiny amount, because it is very highly pigmented. I'm doing the eyeliner face, the goldfish face. Okay, and then I'm going to go in with the smoke shade just in that corner, just to further smoke out that crease. The hood, I mean. So I use the smudge brush to place it, and then with a clean brush go back in and blend it out. The more you blend, the better the result.
Mom,
Yes, darling?
are you recording?
Yeah, that's okay.
Okay.
My son is now 10, guys, and he no longer calls me mummy.
I think they know that because I don't call you Mummy anymore. They hide it.
It just happens overnight. One day I was mummy, now I'm mum. And I'm going to put a tiny bit of this underneath, but not as far along. Now what I'm going to do actually is put a little bit more of the enhanced shade, because I love the colour and it's not showing up as much as I'd like. I'm just going to do that and go a bit further in. Like so. That's better. And then relax my eyes and see if I can see it. I'll just come back to that in a minute. Relax my eyes. See, I can see that one, but not as much this one. That one always looks more defined than this one. It's really weird. Let me see if I can kind of correct that a little bit. It's the best I can do. Okay, now for the final. No, I'm not going to do the pop shade yet. Shall I do the pop shade now? Yes, I'll do the pop shade now. This is her best pop shade ever. Honestly, it really is. Look at that. Okay, just take a minute to look at that pop shade. Just have a little bit more there. There we go. Now don't forget, if you're a hoodie, don't be too scared, because you can't see that much lid. If you've got massive lids, then you might want to steer clear of it in the day, but if you're a hoodie, there's not that much lid to see, so you can get away with it. It's the advantage of being a hoodie. Right, okay, so now what I'm going to do is you can use the liquid liner. I'm going to use her Rock and Coal. You can use either in Barbarella Brown, this one, or you can use her black felt tip liner, the one that I always forget the name of. And I'm going to go in with that liner brush and smoke that out. Oh, excuse my stomach. I need to eat. And the other one. Okay, now what I'm going to do is to tight line as well. Can you see how it sort of adds a subtle definition? Okay, and then underneath. Alright, I'm going to get a sample I got out of a magazine of Benefit Bad Gal mascara. because I just wanted to show you guys, and I think it's quite a good one. See what you think. 1 second, I'll be right back. Okay, I have my little sample. If you live in the UK, there's a magazine out at the moment, and I've forgotten the name of it, but you get a free sample of this. It's called Bad Gal Bang by Benefits, one of their newer mascaras. Now, you may be wondering why it is that I'm suddenly using new mascaras when I was using Upward Lash. It's not that I got bored of it, but I've heard that they're discontinuing it. So I'm now looking on the lookout for mascaras I love, and I do quite like the new Charlotte Tilbury one, but I find it a bit clumpy, and I'm not sure whether that is because I got one with a bent wand, and it may be. But anyway, look at this one. It's got a very similar wand to Upward Lash. My son and I love watching The Big Bang Theory, guys.
Someone at my door. That doesn't interest me. Goodbye.
Okay. No.
Can I sleep here tonight? Why? Then it's having astronomically inaccurate Star Trek sex with my sister. I can see how that would be upsetting. Come in. I'll get the sheets and blankets for the couch. Don't bother. I'll just sleep in the other room. No, I can't.
Okay, there you go. And I'm now going to finish off with the cheeks and the lips. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm just going to put some bronzer. I have actually put the liquid sculpt on, but I just want to make it look less severe by just putting some bronze. And also the Dolce Vita look is a very kind of tanned up, bronzed up in general look. So this is less sculpt and more bronze. Okay. And I'm using the light one, light to medium. Okay, and then I have put the liquid on, but just a little bit of the powder as well. A little bit down the nose. And then we will move on to the lipstick and leave the blush till last. To be quite honest, I am sticking quite closely to the whole Dolce Vita look. But instead of using the kissing lipstick, I'm using the Matte Revolution one, which is Bond Girl. Now, someone asked a really good question on here. It was Virginia. And she asked, when do you fill in your lips and when do you not fill in your lips? Because she'd noticed that sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. Now, if you fill in your lips, your lipstick's going to last longer. The time that I didn't last week was because the lip liner was quite a bit lighter. It was coral, but it was quite a bit lighter, and I didn't want it to make the coral lipstick that I was putting over the top look any lighter. I wanted it to be quite vivid and bright. Now with this one, I'd have no hesitation in filling it in because it actually matches. It's Bond Girl lip liner and then Bond Girl lipstick to go over the top. So it will last long and it's not going to affect the colour because it's exactly the same colour. I didn't get Bond Girl for so long, you know. I only got it recently. But one of the makeup artists in Charlotte Tilbury, I was just standing there minding my own business, and this guy looked at me, one of the makeup artists. He said, "Get Bond Girl, it will really suit you." And it was weird because it was one that I didn't have. So yeah, I do like it. It does suit me, I think. What do you think? Sorry, itchy behind the ears. Right, let's get on now with the final touch, which is the blush in Ecstasy. So I'm really not diverting away from the Dolce Vita look at all today. So I'll just take my blusher brush and swizzle it round the side. And then the pop shade in the middle, give it a little. And there you have it, the Dolce Vita. Hope you've enjoyed today's look. Let me know if there's any other looks. I did promise that I will do Vintage Vamp again, so I will do that for you shortly. But yeah, look at this. If you have got sensitive eyes that get very dehydrated, that eye cream is wonderful. Look at yesterday's video. It is, I've even now got my sister onto it. It's just fantastic. And my eyes, if you look during this video, they've hardly watered at all. They did when I said my eyes haven't watered. So obviously that was the kind of power of suggestion. But then they stopped again and they haven't watered. And I think what happens is, although this eye cream, obviously you're not putting it in your eyes, I think what happens is that you get into a vicious cycle that your eyes are dry, so they water, and they water underneath, which dries out the skin, which makes the skin sore. And when your skin gets sore, it makes your eyes water even more. And I think it becomes a vicious circle. So although my eyes are still dry, as in my eyeballs, my under eyes are now nicely hydrated, so that I've kind of put a stop to that vicious circle, if that makes sense. It's the only way I can think of explaining it, because it really has helped so much. I'm absolutely over the moon. Okay, I'll see you soon. Take care and have a great weekend. We are having a party this weekend, so yeah, and party for Jack's birthday, so in the park. Yeah, so take care and have a good weekend. Bye bye.